Hello there, how you doing? Jeff the Social, AMCBizSolutions.com for our weekly marketing tip for the small businesses, solopreneurs, and big companies out there. So, one of the biggest things with small business, one of the most important kind of tasks to do when you're firing things up and getting things going, is to get your digital marketing uh, focus in place. Whether it's your new website, if you're going to be using social media as one of your marketing channels, it's always a challenge. And a lot of small businesses always question, really, do I really need a website? Or do I really need to use social media as one of my omni channels to ultimately get business? And I always say to myself, I think obviously, today's day and age, and probably for at least the last 15, even 20 years, usually if you have a business, you have a website. Case in point, and I always think about this with restaurants. When you have a restaurant, if I was a customer of your restaurant, one of the first things I'm going to do, especially if I'm going to do an online order, is to see if you have a website. And if you don't have a website, if it makes it difficult for me to place an order at your restaurant, you know what? I'm going to probably go somewhere else. And likewise, if you have any types of products or services, the first place somebody's going to look is a website. Now, if you're a service provider like a plumber, think of it like a trade electrician, or to get your rugs cleaned and all, online ordering is almost essential today. So you think about the return on investment. Really, in reality, the potential lost business, your return on investment for that website or that online ordering system is almost like it's essential that you have it in place. Now let's talk about the website first. So here's a classic case. Some websites are built to attract customers. Some websites, you actually have transactions on the websites themselves. People order products or services right from your website, or subscriptions. So really, it's reality. It's a pretty simple equation. And it comes down to not how many hits you have on your website, how many followers. I mean, that's all awesome information. But in reality, what counts the most? Revenue. How much revenue are you producing on your website on a regular basis? Annual, quarterly, monthly, weekly, right? What you want to do is you want to take that number. Let's say you made $10,000 this quarter, and you want to be able to divide that by what your marketing costs are. The cost of your website, the cost of generating traffic to your website, and it's not necessarily your hosting costs, support costs for your website, but also it's even your time to calculate that. So you almost have, it's a pretty complex equation. I mean, I'll make it simple. Sales divided by marketing equals your return on investment. But that marketing piece, of course, could be everything from time to operational costs to run your website or your social media efforts. So it really, what I would do as a business owner is I would try to have a regular calculation. If you do track your sales monthly, also understand your marketing costs. And if your website is generating the leads and the business that you expect. Now, if it isn't, that's when it goes into how are you attracting people. And that's where the pure marketing comes in, where you have social media marketing, direct mail. There's all sorts. Of course, you've heard about it a lot. Advertising even. And even one-to-one marketing, whether it's business networking to generate leads, because where the transaction happens is your website. So really, in reality, if you take a step back, and I definitely feel for you guys out there, does it make sense? Do I need to spend $3-5 grand for a website? What's my return on investment? Is it just there? What I'm going to say to that, how I'm going to answer that is to you is, how is revenue being generated today? Are you satisfied with how much revenue is coming into your business? And if you are, great. Whatever you're doing is working. If it's not, this is where a website really would help, because not only does it build revenue for you, but also builds your brand, gets your name out there. And if you're a type of business that you want to be able to get noticed, build a brand, be like that de facto person or business for your community, a website is absolutely essential. So there's a few things there I wanted to bring up today. So really, in reality, it's a pretty simple equation: sales or revenue minus marketing costs and divided by that marketing cost will give you that percentage of return on investment that you would actually do. So I would say today, if you're a service that, and I'm going to say it straight up, if you need to do an easy way for people to get appointments, an easy way for people to order stuff, whether it's a restaurant or if it's a retail shop, it's absolutely essential. Because if you don't have an ordering system or a place for people to do appointments with you online today, you are losing business. It's pretty cut and dry there. You are actually losing business. But at the end of the day, fast forward to it all, what really grows business, and I've said this in previous videos, think about that one-to-one marketing. They know how to know, like, and trust you. And you've heard that from me in many videos in the past. But in reality, it comes down to that. And that's where social media helps you attract that one-to-one relationship. So have a great day. What I'll do is I'll put some notes here in this post here to do, what is my return on investment on my website and social media efforts. And if you have any questions, by all means, let us know. And remember, you need a website today. You absolutely do. But make sure you're getting that return on investment. You're building that revenue you expect. Have a good day. Jeff D, AMCBizSolutions.com.